Welcome to Gert Family Farms, where the animals don't always listen, the weeds grow faster than we do, and there's always something to learn. Let's get to work. So today, the wife came out here and gave 2 buckets of feed. Well, right here, a while back, for another purpose, I was using this barrel. I was using this barrel for something else. I put this drain hole right here so that water wouldn't collect. And I left the hole there to feed these guys, thinking, well, if moisture does get in here, it'll run through the grain and the moisture will drain out and the grain won't get moldy. Well, we're losing a lot of grain underneath because they're kicking this bucket around. So we're losing significant grain underneath the bucket. So I'm gonna see if maybe we can't patch that hole. But we're gonna do a quick walk through the pasture and see if maybe there is anything that could be causing a problem. This piece of wire here, can we get that folded down better? Well, we're just gonna do a quick paddock walk. Make sure we don't see anything that might be a problem later on. If there's a problem, then we can address it today. Well, the fence line is looking all right. This board came down a while ago, and it appears to actually be laying down on the ground now. So we'll get the camera set up. I'm gonna pick up these boards, get them out of the paddock here. I'll just toss them on this side of the fence, and I'll drive out there with the pickup and get them. I don't think there's a gap big enough under the fence here for them to get out. This post, that post has seen better days. But we knew that we're in a position where we need to eventually start putting new posts in, because these posts that one's pretty sturdy. But these old wood posts are definitely seen better days. This is pretty solid. Yet still. It's like underneath the board there. Back when we had goats in this paddock, I think I had 6 or 8 goats, something like that. Well, I had all the females over there, had a big buck over here, and he tore this fence down right here. So it was just a quick patch job, and I've really never come back and fixed it properly. So eventually I need to come out here and fix that. Old manure spreader. Way back from the days. That's seen much better days too. So we've been irrigating weekends. We've been running the sprinkler on essentially a 24-hour clock. We'll start at like 8 p.m. one night. Usually Friday night we'll start at about 8 p.m. And Saturday 8 or 9 p.m. we'll turn it off. Or we'll do, Saturday, Sunday. So that's why the cattle paddock here is basically the only green grass we got. Everything else is died from the heat through the summer. And it didn't, the pasture itself, it never got really tall enough to hay this year. It only got like 8 inches tall, so I didn't even bother trying to hay it. standing in the grain bin there. But I'll have to come up with an idea for this little grain bin. See if we can't come up with an idea to cover that hole, patch that hole up. Get our cap back on our can here. The wife came in here earlier and fed. She says she sat one of the buckets down. Oh, gross. Sat one of the buckets down and she turned her back to one of the buckets and the cows got interested in it and they broke the bucket, so gotta pick up a bucket. Well, we got plenty of buckets laying around here. But the girls are still in here doing their thing. We had a bunch of them get out not too long ago. I had one scare me yesterday. I was outside late at night and she was kind of stalking me. I couldn't figure out what that noise was. She was up in the rafters of the shop. Still hanging tight right there. I never did go back and trim all the excess off the edges there. We did have an issue with the turkey bullying the chickens inside the coop. And he'd pick a fight with my wife when she went in there to fill waters and feeders. So she said that he had to come out. So him's out. And she's just an escape artist. So, I don't know. Her and Charlie both say that this guy here is a big bully. But I never have an issue with him. You know, if anything, he just runs from me. But according to the wife, he runs right at her. And he's all mean. I don't know. The other task that I've been trying to work on with the end of summer basically here. So the wife knew I was moving all this firewood in here, trying to get it stacked up. She did me a favor and she pulled all this firewood out, loaded it up into my wheelbarrow, and brought it over here for me. So I got this. These longer pieces I might end up cutting shorter. They're long enough that they will fit in my stove. My stove is real deep. So they're long enough to fit in the stove. But they're just not uniform nicely to stack all that well. So I figured I'd come out here and I'll get the firewood pulled out of the wheelbarrow. And I'm not sure what pile this wood came from. Yeah, small enough, I can just toss it over there. I can hear Charlie up at the house hollering at me. I guess we can go over here and grab the husky, walk over here. Maybe we'll do a little bit of cutting and loading up some firewood. I started a little pile here, but I left a pile. I made 4 or 5 trips. I ended up leaving the pile there. some of the pile. Now, I'm not super sure how to actually turn the mic off while I'm running the saw. So for this part, I'll probably cut the audio of the video all the way off. So I'm not having to listen to the saw, because the mic is right on my chest.
I tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. In the end, it doesn't even matter.
Well, again, we're out of gas. And it could use a little bit tightening. It's oiled real good, but it could use some tightening. Missed. I got sawdust in my throat. Well, there's never a shortage of things don't go the way you plan. Because my can is out of fuel. That also leaves my saw out of fuel. I got a 5-gallon jug with fuel in it. That means going through my shop and looking for the mix. Because the Husky is a 2-cycle. Well, that just leaves us Either stopping to look for the mix, tearing through the shop for the mix, which will probably off track me and I'll get off on a tangent and I'll just start cleaning the shop and this won't get done. So for now, we'll just get these moved. I think we can make it in one trip, one more at least. I got some room. I believe this is the last one. I don't see any more laying around. And you know, I was cold all morning. And come down here, started moving firewood. I ain't cold no more. So there's that. Wife came down and did some of her own projects this morning. Stuff that she wanted to get done. At least some of it. And she texted me from down here doing chores. Hey, could you kick that air conditioner on if you decide to come down? Yeah, I can do that. Well, I didn't come down. I was cold. I was comfortable hanging out with the boy. So I didn't come down. I didn't turn the air conditioner off. I was pretty comfortable. Yeah. And it's hot now. That's all it takes. Just 15 minutes doing some chores. You'll warm up. Put you out of breath, warm you up. Get your blood moving. So my idea is eventually I'll get all this cleaned up. I'll move the chopping block. I'll get this all moved. I'm going to take my dump trailer. I'm going to park my dump trailer in here. So the new idea is I'll just split from this pile. I'll split it either on the chopping block or with the electric splitter. And I'll just go right into the green trailer. And I mean, I can burn wood for the shop out of the green trailer. But then I can sell dump trailer loads for, you know, $100 a load or whatever. And I can sell firewood. Won't necessarily be by the cord, because a cord is, you know, they have specific dimensions that measure out what an exact cord is. But I can do a big dump trailer full and try to make a little bit of firewood money. So stay tuned for that in the future, and if you're needing some firewood, we'll be able to split you some firewood for you guys. Anyways, guys, that's all from Gert Family Farms, where the lessons are hands-on, the animals run the show, and the dirt's free. Stay dirty, stay curious.